Okay.
Anything like that. This is super casual. If you want to settle into the space that I'm in, I'd love to do the same with you. So should we just take a few deep breaths together in our own time? Okay. Feeling myself arrive into your sacred space as our spaces co-join. Welcome to my world, and thank you for having me be a part of yours.
Thank you for the invitation and the opportunity to connect and share.
Nice. All right, we're settled in. To break the ice, can I ask you some really fun questions? And I know that because you're all about the fun and the play,
Not yet.
I'm going to give you some of your own medicine. Okay. When I say the 4 elements, fire, earth, air, water, let's talk about 5. Spirit, throw that in there as well. Which of the elements do you have the strongest affinity towards right now in your life right now? Spirit. Yeah, that's your elemental being. Okay. You are a spiritual elemental being, which is not a lie. It's not even a joke. Where in the cosmic world do you live? Paint us a picture. What does it look like?
I'm all over the place. I connect to Aldebaran. I connect to, the kite in the southern skies. Yeah, I've always been attracted there. I know I spent time in the Pleiades. I'm all over the place.
You surely have. Hey, I'm going to put my ears in so I can hear you a little bit better because my volume won't go up anymore.
Okay.
I love that you've mentioned the Pleiades. I think you and I may have come on a similar stream of ships.
Awesome.
We're definitely kindred spirits from Pleiades.
Yes. Yeah, agreed.
I don't have the best of hearing. Can you hear me good?
It's a little bit different, but I can still hear you.
Okay, great. I can hear you really well now, so I'm not feeling like I have to go up close. Thank you for bearing with me. All right, so that's where you live. I'm seeing the Southern Cross in the sky, and you're a Canadian girl who's moved to Australia. So you felt like a real calling to come over this way.
Yeah, when I was 6 years old.
Really?
Yeah. I was adopted, and I wasn't happy in my family, so we moved into this house, and I had this little play space for a while underneath the front stairs that wasn't quite finished up. So and I just said, I was really upset one day, and I said, when I'm 22, I'm going to get married and move to Australia with my husband. And with my 6-year-old writing and my 6-year-old mind, my 6-year-old words, I wrote on the wood underneath the stairs. In a very short time after that, my dad went in and gyprocked underneath there. So it's still there. The writing is still on that wood there.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so paint me this picture of this world again. Like you're a cosmic spiritual being, a close affinity to the Southern Cross in the Southern Hemisphere. Can you tell me, if you had a pet in your world as a spirit elemental and you live in this cosmic landscape, what kind of pet would you have?
Pet?
A pet. P-E-T. What kind of animal companion would be by your side?
Dolphins come to mind.
Cool. Let's roll with that. Awesome. Okay, so now I've got a gorgeous picture of you, the spiritual elemental being in the cosmos with like a cosmic flying dolphin. Swimming through the stars. Porpoise. I love it. So I'm already getting like the frequency and the frequency that you guys emit within the cosmic atmosphere. Okay, here's my last question, and it wraps up to this real world. You and your dolphin, you have intuitive superpowers, like for real anyway. So how do you two, with all the frequency that you emit around the entire cosmos, how do you have an impact on the, like not just the world, but the universe? What is the legacy that you are creating here?
Wow. laugh more, to have more fun. I mean, I can hear the dolphin going.
Love it.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose there is a huge element of joy. I keep having the dragonfly come into my space, which is a bringer of joy.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
On that note, can I share with you what I've discovered about you at soul level?
Yeah.
Okay, because then this is going to like fill out the picture for ourselves and whoever is watching and listening as well.
Okay.
And P.S. for anyone who does end up watching this or listening to it, this is the first time that me and Allyson have met. So we're having like, that's why I open up with those questions of like, okay, let's like break the ice here. And we have no intentions of what's going to unfold on this call. We're just playing in playscapes and leaving space for magic to unfold, knowing that me and Ali will both feel changed by our togetherness in this moment. Yes. So we've already like predetermined that we kind of came from the same similar star landscapes. We are potentially both Palladian star seeds, which is like, let's just start there, right? Now, I discourage anyone from going and Googling what the hell is a Palladian. Let me just give you an idea right now. The idea is that when we first incarnated ever, right, we grew up with a group of souls called our soul's origins, right? This culture that we first were brought up in. And both me and Allyson, I'm going to speak to you just now, like let's pretend no one's even listening. Both you and I were brought up in this environment where we were all visionaries, very charismatic, highly verbal, proud to stand on the stage and share our big visions.
Yes.
We're charming. And people love to hear our vision. And that's why we're really great at creating community and leading it.
Yes. Yes.
Bringing community into our spheres so that other people can help us uphold our big visions. Right. Yeah. Which means that I'm not so good about the small details. I don't know about you, but I need people in my team. Like I need support. I need the people who know how to do all the little bitty steps because it's a little bit tedious for me. It's like one of the cumbersome things about human life. It's like, oh, can't we just do the big vision thing now? Right? Oh my God, I love this. So one of the legacies that we will naturally leave on the planet is the creations that we manifest through our big vision and the impact that we have on people to inspire others to think just as big and profound and positively about their own world. We know what it is to work in negativity. We've seen it. We've experienced the other side of, which is often, I know that's where my driver is to, we can make this world a better place. Because to hell with that, we ain't going to do that again.
Never.
So in this moment, honey, sharing you a little bit about your soul's origins, and I love that we're from similar grounds. Tell me in this instance, where does that motivation come from for you about, you know, I want to bring the light, I want to bring the joy, make this a better place. It comes with laughter and all that fun jazz that you bring to the table. But what more can you share with us in this moment? What drives you to do what you do? And then tell us what you do.
Because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that we have multiple lives. It isn't a YOLO life. You know, you don't only live once. We who we are, the essence of who we are never dies. Never dies.
Yeah.
It's like Einstein said, you know, energy can't be just created or destroyed. It just gets transformed into another composition. And so, you know, I remember past lives, my past lives mostly. And then I'm able to tune into those that I'm connecting with sometimes with their, if we're looking for it or if it comes up. sort of organically. And I want people to get out of that depressive, oh my God, you know, I'm here, I'm working, I hate this life, you know, and that's all there is. No, there isn't. Like,
imagine that.
yeah, no, I know. Some people, they're in this myopic view.
Yeah.
And they can't see anymore, and they're depressed, and they're anxious, and they're existing instead of thriving and living and wanting to have fun and looking for the joy, and
yeah,
you know.
Absolutely. And you and I, without a shadow of a doubt, I know that you're completely committed to making sure that this is a life well spent. Yeah. Knowing that, of course, it's not the only one, that, oh my gosh, we're human. We chose this. Yeah. Let's create. Like, let's make the most of this feeling, the sensation, empathic, multi-passionate kind of existence, multi-dimensional existence. Okay, so you are a rememberer of past lives. Yeah. You are also a highly intuitive being. Sure, being able to access past lives is one thing, but you have got a very, I believe, a rare ability to take empathic knowledge and bring it into context to help people kind of change their perspective about the reality that they're creating for themselves. Can you tell me more about that?
I don't understand it. I just see myself, you know, sometimes I'll poke the bear and the bear yells, but then they'll go, oh, wait a minute. And they rethink themselves in a sense, you know.
And they rethink themselves because you are giving them the opportunity to see themselves in a different light, like because you're maybe bringing a different lighthearted flavor to the table, or a little like twist to it.
I think it's a twist.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm intrigued. Okay. I'm just like, play with me. Get me to open up my eyes and see new perspectives. As you know, I'm all about shifting perspectives and like being able to communicate one another's perspectives. I think that's what kind of inspired us to come together. Yes. Okay. Now, because we've only got like one cup of tea together and not like several, let's jump into more of the heart of the matters. I would love to share with you more of this essence piece, right? I can imagine you know a whole heap of information about self. You are a self-aware person. Yeah. Do you want me to share with you more of my perspective about how I perceive your essence?
Yes, please.
Okay, awesome. This is exciting. I'm not surprised that you are also really keen to dive into genealogy and finding out information and bringing it to light, because the essence of you, or rather the primary essence of you, because we are made up of all things, right? Like what you're primarily comprised of, all your vibrational substances, is mainly this essence of divine truth. And this reminds me of the seer archetype.
Okay, yeah.
She who sees, the wise and all-seeing one.
Yeah.
Because you are a great observer of the unseen. And you can point things out to people that they wouldn't even see, but then bring this twist to it and help them have a different perspective on their world, situation, emotions, like whatever it might be that they are currently wrapped up in or experiencing. You're like, let me show you this information. For the first time, they'll be like, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
So because of your gift being able to give us a picture, paint us a picture of things that we would never comprehend or see before, in that moment, we're able to perceive ourselves in our divine nature. A beautiful mirror. And with your origins, of course, you're a great communicator. You communicate powerfully in an inspiring way, and you're a teacher too.
Yeah, I connect with that, yeah.
So we put all of those things together, and the greatest gift that you give us is for us to be able to see ourselves for who we truly are. That can feel shitty sometimes, because if someone's acting in misaligned ways, they're like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to know it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's an interesting question. When you were a child, did you like spill the beans on what you see and people didn't want to hear it? Like, oh, you don't talk about that, Allyson. Or don't tell that, or don't share us what you know.
No, I was more like, why? I was on a discovery of why. I had to know this. I had to know that. It was like I was collecting information. I've been like absorbed, like you with your hoarding of information. I've got all this information too, and it's not that I'm hoarding it. I just don't know where to start, who to share it with, and
right.
And sometimes I'll start talking, and people go, what? And I'm like, get all excited about it, and they're like, it goes over their head, or they blank stare, and I think, okay.
Now I get it, because you wrote to me saying that, you've got so much to share. You're not a hoarder like me necessarily of information, but you've got all this stuff, and you need the right context to be able to express it and bring it to the table and teach it. Have to be doing that as well. So having the right spaces to bring that. So clearly there's a disconnect to your reality that you're in, and you haven't been given the opportunities to do that. Tell me about that glitch. What are you experiencing there?
Sometimes I feel like I'm getting somewhere, and then I'll get like bumped. I moved to Australia just over 4 years ago. First 6 months were just me trying to get some, adjusted to the land and the people and the culture and the language and the food and everything. And then I got hit with a major health crisis. And I could have died. And I'm not saying that lightly. I mean, 75 years ago, I would have been dead. Okay. And it's just, and it's not like it's the only time that this kind of weird stuff happens to me, like it just, I feel like I'm constantly fending myself, like defending myself, fending off things, like trying to find a safe space to just be allowed to be who I am, so that I can get to that space where I can do all those things that you we're talking about, like the sharing and the teaching and the connecting and playing and having fun and it's the weirdest thing. I think sometimes I know too much too.
You know a lot. So there's this, okay, now I'm feeling it. If you're unable to really explore your passions and outwardly express them, so that it's not about being passionless and not having like purpose and drive and passion, you've got all of that, but it's like, where is the outlet?
Yeah.
Like, how can you creatively create from that point?
Right.
And interact with the people who are going to be wanting to hear what you have to say and be inspired by it and make change because of it. Yeah. All right. I'm talking about sacral chakra health in the Vibology Club currently. Yes. And I wanted to wonder how this is playing out in your world right now, which is the world of passion. It's the world of connecting to your desires and having a world that allows you to experience and embody all the good things in life, which includes money, which includes like juicy pleasure, sensuality, knowing that you are an incredibly sexual goddess being from the stars. In this moment, and before we wrap up our call, I want to give you insights and help you brainstorm an action plan, like even if it's just a tiny few actions, where you can begin to support your sacral chakra health despite not feeling like you have anywhere to like do your outlet. So let's dive into that a little bit deeper here. Knowing who you are at soul level, networking, communicating, being in intimate environments where you can share what you know to be true is super vital for you to be able to thrive.
Yeah.
Do you have the opportunity to connect with a few people and get that out?
I have one person here in town that I can do that with.
Beautiful. Okay. Do you feel like you're also able to do it with me in this moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Notice that. Notice that you just manifested an opportunity where you could have an intimate conversation and bring your information to light and brighten up, flavor up, vibrationally shift.
Right in the room there.
Yeah. Help me vibrationally shift in this moment because of our interaction with one another.
Okay.
It can just be the littlest, tiniest moments where you can still bring to the world what it is that you know to be true and challenge people on it. Expose people. So let me reflect back to you something really beautiful. I had no idea why we were connecting, right? Like often I hop on calls with people because we're talking about what it would look like to work together or what it would look like to collaborate together on a episode of Perspectives inside the club, etc. And I was like, what is this going to be all about? Like I was really intrigued. I'm like, oh, Allyson's going to bring something new to light. And I felt this surging concept of the fact that, oh, what if I can just have a conversation, share it with the world and demonstrate what can happen when two people just get together and cut straight to the chase.
Yeah.
So in this moment, I feel like you're revealing bullshit chit chat, calling it out, because you and I aren't going to do that.
Yeah.
I don't hop on a call with just anybody. P.S. disclaimer, I don't do this just like all the time. I would love to. I'm all about relationship. Yeah. But I knew that you were going to reveal something for me and bring something further to light that I needed to know that I wasn't able to access from my own intuitive sight.
Okay, cool.
So this is a neat play experiment for me.
Yeah.
So see, going away from this, be open to the idea and witness the opportunities that you have to actually reflect your gifts and have them reflected back at you.
That's what's the word? It's really heartfelt honoring. In the sense that what we have to offer with each other and for others is something that most people aren't able to connect in together, in the sense that their minds aren't there. They're here. They're stuck in that humanness.
Yeah, you got it. And you already have right now you have a huge affinity with the fifth dimension, the realm of spirit. And that's why I know straight off the bat, and I know this with most of the people that I connect with, you would probably do the same. We're not attracting people who are vibrational disconnect from us, right? There's a certain vibrational harmony, a frequency that is in tune with one another. So you're multidimensional. I think you even wrote it in some words to me. What was the word? Multi-potentialite?
Yeah. I
love that word.
Yeah.
So you're in the stars with like the upper point of view perspective of things, right? There was no way that we were going to be able to have a conversation about anything other than straight to the heart, straight to the spirit, and look at one another's eyes and
truth.
Deeply truth. Booyah.
Yeah.
You see straight through to the truth.
Yeah.
Knowing this, how does it make you feel about how you are being in the world and offering your services to the world?
Excited, peaceful, ready to play, ready to go.
Yeah.
I want to get on that horse and just charge, and I'm not a horse rider.
I don't think I don't think you have a dolphin as a pet either, but this is like our imaginary world, right? Hop on that horse.
Yeah.
You have a huge amount of value in merely just being present in this world. And I see you offering what you do naturally is to heal above like intuitive sight and all that you bring to the world, and all your charisma and your big vision, etc. How you help us to see things in different perspectives, but you're also a natural healer and empath.
Yeah.
Huge value. And people can come to you and play with you in those landscapes. And in this moment, I want to ask you and challenge you, what does this mean for you in business? Knowing how excited you are and charged up, ready to soar ahead, how does it take where you're at now to where you want to be, especially when it comes to receiving an income for what it is that you are doing, being rewarded for that financially?
That's kind of like what I'm struggling with. I've got ideas, so I've got my healing group, and I'm struggling to translate that into some form of income. And I'm talking to my friends, and trying to get ideas on how I can do that sort of 3D part, because I'm like, do I have to?
Do I have to be human? You're an anthropologist. I'm like, sure you can figure this out. But let me help you anyway. Yeah. What can I help you see in this moment? What's your missing piece? Turning what you do into financial compensation.
Right. So I lack not sure if confidence in myself is the right word, but faith. Yeah, the faith word has been coming up in my space.
Yeah.
To me, like, I know that I have a healing gift and that I've helped others. I know that. I've seen that. Even if they don't see it for themselves, I see the changes that have happened since we've interacted. So I know that works. So I hate asking for money. It's that whole 3D icky sales thing that I really don't want to sit into.
You wish you could
how do I
I got it. Because like while you're up in the stars, you don't have to deal with being on the third dimensional planet and like use money as a currency. Like, can we just avoid it? Can we just like live in a world where we don't have to deal with this money thing? Okay. Yeah. Here's the good, amazing news. And this is how it's linked to your sacral chakra. I've got it now. It's clicked.
Okay, awesome.
Our sacral chakra, the archetype that she is, obviously the divine feminine, and almost like this priestess energy or the princess energy, the queen who believes that she is completely entitled to receive all the good things in life.
Okay, yeah.
Because she is a divine being tapped into the infinite source, resource of abundance, prosperity, all that, like all the eternal gifts of the universe. It's her divine birthright, for fuck's sake.
Okay.
She's entitled to receive all that is good about being human and beyond. So money isn't just this thing that we have to deal with and manage and trying to respectfully channel. Money is the way that we get to experience pleasure, embodiment, connection, fulfillment, help to create the big vision with. Like, money is the resource that we need to take this higher.
It is. It really is.
You know that you are a divine being and this is your natural birthright to be financially compensated for the work that you do in the world.
I'm going to have to write it down and tell myself and speak it, and
You know it to be true. Your subconscious needs a little help. She's only like 3.
Yeah.
So it'd be great, just like that 6-year-old. Before we started recording, you talked about you being the 6-year-old. I think it was before we started recording, sitting down, writing how you would want to live in Australia with your husband one day. And that 6-year-old had absolute faith that that was possible, didn't even dream up objections or think it's not possible. So your 3-year-old has got this idea that it's just how things are. We're not going to do the money thing. Mum says we're not going to like deal with money. Sweet as, I'm only 3. You can start to talk to your inner child and your 3-year-old subconscious and say, baby, this is going to look delicious. See how I'm bringing in sacral chakra realms here? Life is going to get a whole lot more juicy when we start saying, yep, universe, bring it on. I'm ready to receive now.
I love this.
There's no more denying it. I'm a goddamn. I can swear because I can get a little bit bold and bully with the universe, right? It is all a part of me, totally. Cosmic crew.
My foot.
Yes, totally. Like that humor is as well.
Here.
Yeah. I need this money, goddammit. They're like, oh, she means business, guys. Let's like make things happen. Because you are that powerful creator. And your whole cosmic crew, the entire universe has got whatever you want. Your will is done. And intellectually we get this. So your responsibility now is to start really looking after that juicy Shakti archetype of your sacral chakra and say, hey baby, what do you need to experience pleasure in this moment? And she's like, you know what? I'd really love a foot massage. Give me a hot bath. Feed me some chocolate. Let me make love to my man. And then have her revel in all of those good things in life. Let her dance. Let her move. Let her get juicy. Allow her to orgasm if she wants to, literally or metaphysically. Let her get high. And it'll be really interesting to see by default how your relationship and your subconscious mind start to come around to the idea of the good things in life. This is just our status quo now.
I love it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I can feel a bit of that.
Feel it in your, I can like literally feel it in my pants. I'm like, oh, what? Excuse us. This is now rated PG-18.
Oh yeah.
For mature audience only. Delicious.
Yeah.
And because you are a powerful being, you just tune into what we've discussed here today. Remember that I am your mirror. That I'm just reflecting all of your glory at you. And maybe this is a part of exploring this word faith. Like, what does that mean for me? play with that. How are you feeling?
Come back to my head, which I was told last night. I need to stop thinking, stop overanalyzing. You know, get out of your head and just say things versus like, why, like, be up in there.
Which is a big crown chakra thing. That's what he does. You know, he's the one who assimilates information, takes it in, like analyzes it and stuff. He's the sage, the all-knowing one. Let him do his stuff, but then like also let him have a breather. So can we just not think for a while? Let's not stimulate you too much because you also love to meditate. And to do that, I'm just going to focus down in here in my erogenous zones. Take time out because we're going to do our business. Sorry, that was totally rude. Maybe I shouldn't have this as a video. I did not just gesture. I have to expect it. That's what I'm like. Someone's asked me to do a live on sexuality and the sacral chakra, and I'm like, oh, I can't go there. I might go where I'm not supposed to go. I know. Open that can of worms. Love it.
Oh, awesome.
It's got to be done.
Yeah.
So just take that time out. Let your crown chakra do what it needs to do. It loves to assimilate, integrate.
Yeah.
And then breathe in, come into your body, do what needs to be done here, and let all the stuff come in and be absorbed and embodied. Take it all in. You're a multidimensional being. Do it all at once because you can.
Right.
Have you had a breakthrough today?
Yes. Yes, I have. Yeah, I believe so. I'm going to want to come back and watch this again. Yeah. And write some things down because I do better. I found it as I'm learning, if I write it down, it anchors it for me.
There's your homework.
Yeah.
Listen back, write it down, anchor this.
Yeah.
And then use your intuition with what kind of action, what kind of sacred action you can do tonight or this weekend, whenever you want, to celebrate all of you and being human, like doing the embodiment piece.
Yeah.
Let it flow, let the money flow. And your biggest task is going to be that moment where you ask someone, when you invite someone to invest in you for a decent amount of money. And that might start looking like a donation, like an exchange of money. Hey, I'm accepting payments, and just open up that first invitation.
Yeah.
Play with that and then rise up into your next level and say, actually, I'm charging this amount now. Come and play with me.
Right.
And in time, you'll feel more comfortable asking for a more decent income from the universe. You'll become a vibrational match for a higher capacity to receive.
Right. I did make up a PayPal me link.
Great.
PayPal me, here we go, rather than going, well, send it to this email address. Yeah. So I did that recently.
Brilliant. Okay, here's another practical action, and then we'll wrap up because I know we've done, we've been like, we could have like several pots of tea together, couldn't we? The next thing that you might like to do, I don't know whether you've already done this, but do you have a business account purely for your, like a bank account purely for your business?
No, I don't.
That is like the first declaration to the universe to say, look at this baby I've created. It's got its own bank account.
Okay.
This is where I receive the money. The universe is like, this is a thing. Channel it this way, guys.
Yay. Because I've set up, I'm setting up a blog, and I've got my WooCommerce set up, and I've set up a PayPal account just for business, but I haven't connected a bank account to it yet. And I've got a time period, right? So, yeah.
Beautiful.
Just for this, yeah.
You're setting yourself up to receive money. So super consciously, your higher self knows that you're receiving financial compensation around the corner. Right? It's already done deal. You've like got all the systems happening. So bank account.
Yeah, bank account is the next one.
And then, hey guys, here is where the money goes, and invite people to play with you. And there are probably people already waiting to play with you, and they haven't had the invitation yet.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man, this has been such an incredible pleasure to meet you and to play with you in these landscapes, Allyson.
I hope that there's been something that you've heard.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm able to take what we've explored today, and I've already been like evolving and reframing the way that I connect and interact in my business, and this feels like a higher plane of consciousness connectedness. You know what I mean, eh?
Yeah,
this is like for me,
ooh, yeah.
that next level of interaction that I can feel myself having joy, fun, pleasure, and not have to have it all be about what we're told we're meant to do.
Right. Yes, do that.
Yeah. I'm all for unconventionality.
Oh, yeah.
Honey, let's connect again. Will you follow me up with any kind of more insights that occur? Let's just talk inside the Vibology Club. Share your experience, if you wish, inside there, and we will see where this all goes. And I'm gonna keep tabs on you, darling. You'll hear from me.
Yeah. Ideas.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wonderful. Appreciate it. Mwah.
Bye, my darling.
Bye. We'll see you.